Picture a place where the ground itself is a weapon. A landscape so sharp and unforgiving that even standing still feels dangerous. No soil beneath your feet, no safe path forward, only a maze of jagged stone blades stretching toward the sky like the frozen aftermath of a violent storm. This is not science fiction. This is not another planet. This is Tsingy de Bemaraha, Madagascar, the world's most dangerous stone forest. Hidden along the remote western coast of Madagascar lies one of the most surreal and least understood landscapes on Earth. Tsingy de Bemaraha National Park is a vast labyrinth of limestone pinnacles, some rising more than 100 meters into the air, packed so tightly together that from above they resemble a petrified ocean. Waves of stone appear frozen in motion, sharp crests replacing water, stretching endlessly across the horizon. The scale is overwhelming, the silence is absolute, and the danger is very real. Up close, the illusion of beauty gives way to a brutal reality. The rock beneath your feet is not smooth or rounded. It is serrated, fractured, and razor-sharp. These limestone formations have been carved by millions of years of erosion into blades, capable of slicing through skin, fabric, and even thick hiking boots. A misplaced step can open deep cuts. A slip can mean falling into narrow crevasses hidden between the spires. In this environment, the terrain is not just an obstacle. It is an active threat. The name Tsingy comes from the Malagasy language and translates to where one cannot walk barefoot. It is less a description and more a warning passed down through generations. Local communities long avoided the region, not only because of its physical danger, but also because of the sense that it was a place beyond human belonging, a realm ruled entirely by nature. Even today, standing within the Tsingy feels like entering forbidden ground, where every movement demands caution and respect. To understand how such a landscape came to exist, we must travel back millions of years to a time when this region lay beneath a shallow tropical sea. Layers of coral, shells, and marine organisms accumulated on the seabed over vast stretches of time, forming thick limestone deposits. When tectonic forces lifted the land and the sea receded, the exposed rock began a slow, relentless transformation. Rainwater, slightly acidic due to dissolved carbon dioxide, seeped into cracks and fissures in the limestone. Over millennia, this process dissolved the rock grain by grain, widening fractures into deep chasms and sharpening surfaces into jagged spires. What began as tiny imperfections became towering blades. What began as a seabed became a stone forest spanning more than 1,500 square kilometers. Walking through Tsingy is unlike any other experience on Earth. There are no conventional trails. Instead, there are narrow ridges barely wide enough to place a single foot, deep crevasses that vanish into darkness, and vertical drops that can exceed 70 meters. Movement is slow and deliberate. Visitors must climb metal ladders anchored into the rock face, cross suspension bridges that sway high above the pinnacles, and clip their harnesses onto steel safety cables bolted into the stone. Every step requires focus. Every handhold must be tested. Even experienced climbers describe the journey as mentally exhausting, not because of physical strain alone, but because of the constant awareness that a single mistake could have severe consequences. And yet, within this hostile terrain, life thrives in astonishing ways. Over millions of years, isolation has allowed unique ecosystems to evolve within the maze of stone. Lemurs leap effortlessly between the pinnacles, navigating gaps that would terrify humans. Rare birds nest on inaccessible ledges, safe from predators below. Reptiles cling to razor edges, their bodies perfectly adapted to the uneven surfaces. Plants grow straight out of bare rock, drawing nutrients from thin layers of soil trapped in cracks, and collecting moisture from dew and rainfall. Many of these species are endemic, found nowhere else on Earth, making the Tsingy not only a geological wonder but also a biological treasure. The stone forest creates its own microclimates. Deep fissures trap humidity and shade, allowing mosses and ferns to survive in protected pockets. Elevated ridges receive intense sunlight, supporting hardy shrubs adapted to extreme heat and drought. Caves hidden beneath the pinnacles shelter bats and other nocturnal creatures, contributing to a complex and delicate ecosystem that has evolved in isolation for millions of years. In a place that appears lifeless at first glance, an entire world of resilience and adaptation exists just beyond the surface. For centuries, the Tsingy remained largely unexplored. Its razor-sharp terrain formed a natural barrier that discouraged travel and settlement. Oral traditions spoke of it as a forbidden place, a landscape too dangerous to cross and too sacred to disturb. It was not until the early 20th century that explorers began documenting the region, mapping its formations and studying its ecosystems. Even today, vast areas remain unmapped and rarely visited, their narrow passages and towering spires forming natural defenses against intrusion. This isolation has preserved the Tsingy as one of the last truly untouched landscapes on Earth. Reaching this remote stone forest is an adventure in itself. Travelers must journey across western Madagascar on rough, unpaved roads, cross rivers by ferry, and navigate terrain that becomes nearly impassable during the rainy season. The park is open only part of the year, and entry is strictly controlled to protect both visitors and the fragile ecosystem. Guided routes lead through sections of the Tsingy, ranging from relatively accessible viewpoints to challenging climbs that test balance, courage, and endurance. Safety gear is mandatory, and trained guides ensure that each step is taken with care. This is not mass tourism, and that is precisely why the experience remains so raw and unforgettable. Beyond its danger and beauty, Tsingy de Bemaraha holds global significance. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it stands as a testament to the power of natural processes and the importance of conservation. The stone forest preserves rare species, protects unique ecosystems, and offers scientists a living laboratory to study evolution, geology, and climate history. Each spire, fissure, and hidden cave tells a story written over millions of years. A story of oceans that vanished, rocks that transformed, and life that adapted against all odds. Standing within the Tsingy, one cannot help but feel small. The towering blades of stone rise like a frozen storm, reminding us that Earth's most extraordinary creations are often also its most unforgiving. It is a place that challenges human arrogance, proving that there are environments we cannot dominate, only respect. In a world increasingly shaped by roads, cities, and technology, Tsingy remains defiantly wild, governed by the same forces that shaped it long before humans existed. In conclusion, the world's most dangerous stone forest is more than a place of risk. It is a place of awe, resilience, and mystery. It challenges our understanding of what landscapes can be, and reminds us that our planet still holds secrets waiting to be explored. Tsingy de Bemaraha is not merely a destination. It is a testament to nature's power, creativity, and endurance. Would you dare to walk through this forest of stone and blades, knowing that every step demands respect? If this journey captured your imagination, share your thoughts below, and subscribe to discover more hidden places that feel like another world.